What's up guys, Doug Polk here, and today we're going to be breaking down some of the biggest stories from poker over the last several weeks. Let's jump into it. To kick us off, you just can't do a video at this point without talking about the elephant and the donkey in the room. The US presidential election results are about to be in, although if it's anything like last time, people are going to be betting for the next several weeks on something that we already know the outcome to. Yes, that was a real thing that happened. I made money from that. That's right, Kamala Harris and Donald Trump are battling it out for the presidency here in America. And if you are a part of the poker community, then this means that for you, your Twitter feed has become unbearable. I think it's actually happening to most people's Twitter feeds right now. But anyway, the poker community is out in full force, and it's a lot of the usual suspects, including Justin Bonomo tweeting, well, exactly what you would probably think he'd be tweeting. Don't think that one's going to be a vote for Trump. I actually remember playing in a high roller with Justin in 2015, but I was told that Trump is Hitler. So I guess we have that going. I'll tell you what I did not have on my 2024 bingo card though. Justin Bonomo has been tweeting nonstop in support of Palestine, probably something that you would imagine happening. However, also Dan Bilzerian has been doing the same. So if you go far enough left and far enough right, you end up in the same place. I mean, these two guys do look like they have a lot in common. Making sure that the mute button has been clicked. Okay, there we go. Much better. Look, guys, I'm not going to bother you with reading through all these tweets from all these different people because, frankly, it's annoying and you've seen all of them. But I do have to say, when an election is this important and this impactful, I think that it is necessary for people that are respected within the poker community to step forward and give you their opinion. Because their opinions may make our country better to make the right decision for who should lead it. And so if you do have influence and you are one of those people, I think it's right for you to do so. Which is why I'm going to have to move to our next topic. GG Poker has purchased the World Series of Poker for $500 million. Guys, this is a gigantic purchase. You know, the World Series of Poker is possibly the most iconic brand in poker. It has been successful for many, many, many years. It makes money basically every single year. They don't have guarantees, so they always cover every event. This thing is a money printing machine, and GG Poker has now purchased it, offering them an incredible synergy of poker players into their online poker playing platform. This should cement GG as the leader in online poker for many years yet to come. According to this article from PokerNews.com, GG Poker buys World Series of Poker for $500 million. World Series of Poker to remain in Vegas for 20 years. So a big part of this deal for Caesars is they want to make sure that the World Series of Poker stays at their venue in Vegas because it drives so much revenue and profit in other areas, and they don't want to lose all of those supplementary income streams by losing this asset that also makes money on its own. For GG Poker, you're probably still happy to have it in Vegas because frankly, would you even really for sure want to move it if you could move it? Probably not. It's done so well in that location and it's such a tourist destination type of place. What would be the upside to do so? So this deal structurally does seem to make sense for both parties. Caesars Entertainment has today announced that they will be selling the iconic World Series of Poker brand to NSUS Group Inc., a leading investment group and operator of leading online poker room GG Poker. If you're not familiar with Caesars, they have had quite the story over the last couple of decades. Essentially, they have constantly struggled to try and turn a profit. And so they have had debt that racks up, and then they bundle that debt and sell it to new investors, and people come in with new plans on how to make this company work. And it has been a long-term struggle for some time. The World Series of Poker was one of the Caesars' few branches or arms that actually makes money. So maybe they felt like they could sell this off for some strategic reason or other. Regardless, this is a profitable company. And all in all, I would say it's a great brand. Although you're always a laptop away from a negative news cycle. The purchase consists of $250 up front and a $250 million promissory note, which means that they will be paid back at certain increments over time. The note will be due 5 years after the transaction's closing date. Eric Hessian, president of Caesars Digital, has said about this deal, "We can't wait to see what NSUS has in store for growing the World Series of Poker's legacy in poker." And I'm actually, here at Poker News Productions, we have a deciphering device. And we can actually change quotes into their true meaning, which means we can see what he actually meant here. Let's take a look again. We can't wait to see what $250 million cash looks like in the bank account and $250 million more coming through in later years. Very interesting stuff there from Caesars Entertainment. Certainly interesting to see what they have to say about getting paid a lot of money. Okay, so big deal. Who cares that some rich people bought some other rich people stuff? But what does this mean for you, the players? Well, NSUS says WSOP to expand worldwide. Michael Kim, CEO of NSUS Group, has said that after collaborating with Caesars for many years, they are thrilled to announce its new role. They will be leveraging GG Poker's cutting-edge technology and industry expertise to create an exciting future for the World Series of Poker, ensuring players have increasingly improved, safe, and seamless poker experiences. This sale is still pending due to regulatory approvals, and it's unclear exactly what's going to play out here internationally. But I can say this. All in all, these two brands have been two of the largest in poker for some time. And them merging into one will probably create more opportunities for you, the player, to play poker. That said, we are moving more and more towards monopoly status in the poker world, where just a couple of entities end up owning everything. And this is why we've seen such a huge battle between World Series of Poker and WPT. You know, World Series of Poker and now GG, and WPT having every influencer on the YouTube platform. Moving on, let's talk about the aftermath of the Nick Vertucci fallout. Now, when this first broke, a lot of people were banging at the gates for me to do a video on this, and I just felt it was a little too outside of what I'd like to cover. Once you get into sexual harassment territory, of course, things become pretty dark, and I wanted to let some of the facts come forward and see how it played out before I did a video talking about it, and I kind of wanted to more keep it poker-based. But now, as the dust settles, we do have some clarity on how this is going to play out. To start off with, Nick Vertucci no longer exists. Well, digitally anyway, because the man deleted his Twitter account, and Hustler issued a statement about the future of the show without him. A tweet from earlier last month by Hustler Casino Live, effective immediately. Nick Vertucci will no longer be involved with high-stakes poker productions. We look forward to continuing to deliver the best high-stakes poker content to the community. But what exactly happened to lead Hustler Casino Live to get to this point? Well, it started with a couple of Twitter DMs and it escalated from there. But it kicked off with Julia from Palmdale tweeting out some DMs between her and Vertucci, going back and forth, where she basically says she'll be playing on the show, and Vertucci says she has great oranges, respectfully, of course, which, man, it's just tough, man. These are tough to read. Even knowing that she had a boyfriend, just some serious horn dogging going on here. And then asking if he can essentially masturbate to pictures of her. Guy, you know what, guy? I just can't do this. I just can't do this. This is what happened last time. You know, like, of all the stories we can cover, of all the things in the world, this is what we're doing right now. We're going through Nick Vertucci's DMs. Whatever happened to journalism? Now look, most people were shocked and appalled, but there were a few defenders in the chat. And I just want to explain why this is so wrong. Being a creepy dude isn't good, but it is just being a creepy dude. The problem with these exact things, with these exact messages, is you're sort of using your position of power, which is you are an owner of this business and she wants to play on the show, and you're working in sexual advances through that. That's just clearly way, way over the line. And there's a really important difference there that I think people need to acknowledge. And that's what makes it so messed up. It's not just the fact he's being creepy. Tons of creepy dudes out there in the world. It's the fact he's being creepy from a position of power and using that. And she really can't just be like, you know, fuck off, bro, because she needs to try and play in the show, or she wants to play in the show, whatever it might be. Anyway, I digress. Moving forward. From there, we saw a few other people come forward with comments about conversations. People like Kitty Quo came forward and said something. There is some kind of story going on with the dealer Lauren from Hustler Casino Live. Some different rumors swirling there about what may have happened between her and Bertucci. It's unclear at this point. There really isn't any good evidence out there. But I can say, as this began to escalate and as there were more clips that came forward, it just got to this boiling point where I think Hustler just realized that they had to move past this, and the only way to do that was going to be without Nick Bertucci, which is pretty unfortunate because I think he added a lot to the show. As bad as this was, I have to say, I think this is probably going to end up being a good thing for Hustler Casino Live. They're going to lose Nick Bertucci, and they're going to gain whoever it is that ends up in his place. As it is rumored, there is currently half of HCL for sale right now. So we'll see how it all plays out. Certainly will be fascinating to watch it unfold. And let's just have a moment of silence for Nick Bertucci.
It's sexual harassment, you know?
Oh, stop.
No.
Uh-oh. You're joking.
No, I'm serious.
Moving on to a lighter note, Poker at the Lodge had its recent Halloween stream, and one man's costume made quite the stir. Oh no, we're back on this again. It's a pretty well put together costume, though. Our good friend Cinnabon not only came dressed as the late Nick Bertucci, but also he came fully equipped with some one-liners for the books.
My pencil gets hard every morning from getting sued.
Certainly a stream no one's going to forget anytime soon. But while we're talking about Poker at the Lodge, I want to mention I did a hand review last week where I went over this crazy fold a player made that was wrong. And the comments, some people seem to think or ask, you know, why aren't you getting the reaction from the player with the big fold? I want to take a moment just to highlight something. Our staff do not know the hole cards in the back. So when they're filming it, when they're picking what cameras, they don't know who to go to that made a big fold because they don't know anyone's cards. So the reason that we don't capture all of those reactions so well is because of a security feature where no one knows your cards. And so that will sometimes mean you're not going to get great reactions from players. And we do our best on the show. But I want you to know that's actually a purposely thought out idea. And there's a reason why we didn't have the kid getting owned for longer on the stream. One other thing, we actually have 199,000 subscribers at Poker at the Lodge. Head on over now, be the 200,000 subscriber. Quite the milestone for the show. We're very excited and proud of what we put together on Poker at the Lodge. Plus, clearly you're going to get some comedic value. Thank you guys for tuning in today, and let me know in the comments, do you like this style of video, or are there other styles that you'd prefer? Let me know what you think. I think I can do a video or two a week, and I do enjoy getting some jokes in there for the good people of YouTube. Either way, thank you for tuning in, and make sure to subscribe. I'll see you again soon. Peace.